And I state that without arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, Usyk, Oleksandr Usyk, one of the best fighters, maybe the best fighter in the world, Oleksandr Usyk. We all know the fight we want to see with him is the big undisputed heavyweight championship fight with Tyson Fury. And he was speaking to The Guardian recently, the news outlet, The Guardian. And he basically was talking about his perspective on Tyson Fury, you know, how he feels like basically he's got into his head and how he's not afraid or intimidated by Tyson Fury. He stated the following, and I quote, "When there are no cameras, Tyson Fury is completely different. He plays bad guy for the cameras. I think he likes movies about love, and when he watches them, he cries a little. That's not a bad thing. When I watch the movies, I shed a tear too. I think I was able to get into his head a little bit. I've been watching Tyson Fury get into the heads of his opponents for many years, and now I've gotten into his head." End quote. Now, a lot of people like to write Usyk off because of his size. They say he's a smaller man. They say a good big man beats a good little man. But this isn't no good big man versus a good little man. This is a great big man versus an exceptional, world-class, once-in-a-lifetime little man. All right? That's what this is. Because Oleksandr Usyk is what happens in boxing when you match elite boxing ability, elite conditioning, elite mental fortitude, all in one. Elite athleticism, all in one. That's what he is. He is elite as elite can get. All right. He has at the highest point of elite as you can possibly think of when it comes to being a fighter. All right. So I don't think it's smart. I don't think it's intelligent, and I don't think it's rational for anybody to be out here riding off Oleksandr Usyk. You know, I used to think this fight with Fury was like, you know, 65, 70-30 Fury's favor just because of the size. I was once like everybody else. But as time went on, time is the best revealer of all. And Usyk showed me a lot in that second Joshua fight. He showed me all I needed to see to believe in him in beating Tyson Fury. I'm still picking Fury. That is my pick. Because I've always said, until somebody beats Tyson Fury, I'm not picking against him. But if there was ever a guy on God's green earth, God's beautiful green earth, that I think could beat Tyson Fury, if you wanted to lab and created somebody that could beat Tyson Fury, it would be Oleksandr Usyk. Because one thing that Tyson Fury has had over all of his opponents in all his big fights, Klitschko and the 3 Wilder fights. The one thing he's had, the one commonality in them 4 fights right there, is that Tyson Fury was mentally the superior fighter. Mentally, he was the stronger fighter. Mental fortitude was just at another level than those guys. Them guys talked as if they believed in themselves, and they may have believed in themselves. I'm not saying Klitschko and Wilder wouldn't have got to where they got to in boxing if they didn't believe in themselves, but they didn't have that conviction and that belief that Fury had in himself. You know what I'm saying? Usyk, to me, when I look at him and I study him and I just watch him, he is the first guy I see that has the same and maybe even greater mental fortitude than Tyson Fury. That's what I believe. That's why I think this fight is so dangerous for him. Because mentally, he's just on that next level that the other guys just weren't at. Wilder wasn't at that level, nor was Klitschko. Evidence of that can be found in the second Joshua fight. Barely trained for the fight. Didn't train that much for the fight. Had a war going on in this country. You know, got a very determined, very good. That Anthony Joshua would have cleared out most of the heavyweight division, but it didn't clear out Usyk. And because it didn't clear out Usyk, because he didn't beat Usyk, that let me know right then and there, Usyk is just a different cut from a different cloth. He's one of them guys I really feel like that's fighting right now that could have fought and succeeded in any era of boxing. He's one of them guys. He's one of them ones, you know? So with that being said, you look at Tyson Fury's career, like look at the guys like John McDermott, not John McDermott, like John McDermott. You know, he had a close fight with him, and he was on the verge of tears. If you go back and you watch the John McDermott fight where he got what many people believe to be a gift decision, and I thought he was very fortunate to get a decision. He lost that fight, really. He was on the verge of crying in that fight, you know. That fight, Steve Cunningham, Nevin Pajic, Nikolai Furta. Most of the guys that have trouble with Fury have never been the 6'6", 6'7" guys. Some of the guys that he beats the crap out of and dominates, like Klitschko and Wilder. It's them guys, them smaller ones, man. Them 6'3", lighter, more agile heavyweights, or just shorter heavyweights, more compact heavyweights that have given him problems, that have taken him to the deepest, darkest places of his career. So Usyk fits that bill. And on top of that, unlike the other guys I named, he is mentally the strongest guy that Fury will have ever been in the ring with at this point in his career. And honestly, I think at any point in his career, there's nobody as mentally sharp in the heavyweight division as Oleksandr Usyk. I really believe that. So because of that, this makes the fight, I believe, Fury's biggest challenge. And the one thing about Fury, if you can kind of just get behind all the persona and the trash talk and the bravado, it's a very intelligent man. Tyson Fury is one of the smartest men in boxing. One of the smartest men in boxing. He understands boxing and the psychology of boxing and the psychology of fighters and styles. He understands these things on a much, much deeper and more profound level than most fighters and most fans and most media members. He does. And because of that, I truly believe he understands the task at hand, the challenge that is at hand with Oleksandr Usyk. And because of that, he knows that he's acting a certain way and he's trying these intimidation tactics and they're not going to work because Usyk, like I said, mentally just on a different level. So Usyk is not moved. He is not impressed, nor is he he's not moved by the tough guy antics, the tough talk of Tyson Fury. So it's going to take a lot more of that to throw off a guy like Oleksandr Usyk. And the only way to do it is to beat him in the ring. And that's going to be a hard task. So good luck to Tyson Fury. But hopefully this fight gets signed, sealed, and delivered because we need an undisputed heavyweight champion. It's been a couple decades too long. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.